Shiloh said we got a Tuesday tip for y'all. So obviously they put this on here for a reason. Most people, I don't think, really know what those are for or know how to use them, but we're going to show you. So if you see over here, this says 1-to-1. That's a 1-to-1 ratio, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and so on. So how this works is, say 1-to-1. Say you want 1 part water to 1 part of whatever material you're using. In this case, we're using calcium lime remover. If you notice, 1-to-1 would obviously be half and half, equal parts. So if you notice, from the bottom of the bucket to here is about the same distance, exactly half from here to that first line. Okay, 2-to-1 would mean you have 2 parts from the bottom of the bucket of water, and then you just go to the 1 line, and then right here, when you go to this 1 line, that means you have 2 parts water to 1 part whatever chemical you're using. So in this case, we're going 4-to-1. So what I was explaining to Shiloh, it's nice because you don't have to try and count out your ounces or whatever and be like, oh, I got 4 parts water to here and then 1 part your material. This does it for you. So right here, we're going to go 4-to-1. So from the bottom of the bucket, we're going to fill up to this first line with water, and then we're going to fill up our chemical to this 1 line. So that is a 4-to-1 ratio, and you can go 1-1. If you want to mix more than that, then you go for 2 to water, and you go 2 to your chemical, and so on. It's a pretty simple thing once you learn it, but most people don't know what that's for, so we thought we'd kind of show you guys how that works. All right, so we got our 4-to-1 ratio. We got the bottom filled up to the 1 line with water. And now we're just gonna put our CLR into the 1 line here, and that's gonna be an exact 4-to-1 ratio. Perfect. Yep. So now you know you have 4-to-1. You're asking, why are we mixing up such a little bit on something this big, and we got 2 little stamp jobs over there? Well, what we're gonna do is try a spot. See how it's working, see if our dilution rate is good. We're not gonna just dive in and take some kind of big guess at this and just slop it on in the middle. We're gonna try it somewhere over to the side. You notice here's the front door, and I already sealed the edge over there. So our next best spot is kind of over here, hidden out of the way. So we're gonna pre-dampen this concrete. So let's do this whole square right here. There you go. I'll get it off. Yep, so you just want it damp, not a whole bunch of standing water. So this stuff says with CLR to go basically half and half, or 1-to-1. So we're gonna put this on, see if it fizzes, and see if this takes off the antiquing like we want. We have done this on a 7,000 square foot driveway. We had to change the antique color before it was sealed. And so it says to scrub on there, and then I think it says to let sit for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yes sir.
So I mean, you can see it sudding up. And basically we're just gonna hit that spot and let it sit on there for roughly 2 minutes, and then see how good it comes off. If 4-to-1 isn't strong enough, and you got to remember, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time. It's just like a sample. You don't want to make it too perfect because you have a lot of stuff that you have to try and take off. So you kind of want to scrub it on there, like kind of quickly, efficiently, and hard, and see how it works, and then wash it off and go from there. So it's been about 2 minutes. Shiloh scrubbed that in. He's gonna just kind of flood it with water and see if it take the antique off pretty good. So we only did kind of this 1-by-1 square here. We'll let him get that all the way off.
That looks way better, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you could see this one little square compared to all the rest of it, how good that got that off of there. Yeah, so that's, you know, I mean, Shiloh has a good point there. I mean, you know, it recommends half and half, 1-to-1. And you don't want to etch down. Now, this is an old concrete job, but you don't want to use more than you have to. Our goal here is just to get off of this antiquing. So that way our dye will stick back to the concrete. So you see how good that worked? That's why it's important to always do a sample. We do those on everything we do. So now we got a method, we got a process, and they're going to take off and get this stuff off here. All right, they got done with that CLR, but you can see the difference in how that CLR got that antiquing off. So we kind of have like a fresh slate to start on.